Hi, dear cricket fans. Welcome to Cricket Happenings. Well, we are going to pick up play here right now. I'm taking you right now to the Champions League 2020 match between Chennai Super Kings and Victoria, which is right now underway there in Port Elizabeth here. And as you know, this is the 13th match of Group A. And well, the Chennai Super Kings batted first and made 162 for 6 in their 20 overs. And right now, the Victorian score at the end almost it is going to be 17.4 overs have been bowled, and Victoria are currently 142 for 5, chasing needing another 20 runs to actually 21 runs to win the match with 5 wickets and 14 balls remaining. John Hastings is at the crease of 1 not out. David Hussey is very well settled, 50 of 43 balls and 4 fours and 1 6. So well, as I was saying that Hastings has gone. So there's another blow for Victoria here, as Hastings has been stumped by Dhoni off the bowling of Suresh Raina for 1, and Suresh Raina is doing a great job here. He has picked up 2 wickets, 2.5 overs, no maiden, 2 for 14 for Suresh Raina, and that's gone. Hastings gone, stumped Dhoni, bowled Raina for 1, and Victoria are in real trouble. In fact, 142 for 6 right now. Victoria require another 21 runs with 4 wickets, and they have 2.1 overs still to go. Very interesting situation. So right now, as I'm having this cricket commentary, which I'm bringing it out to you, just to bring you the closing stages of the game here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about the Chennai Super Kings innings. Chennai Super Kings were the ones who actually won the toss and elected to bat. Michael Hussey and Murli Vijay opened for a change. Today there was no Matthew Hayden in the team, and well, both of them took on the score. It was not so easy with Peter Siddle and Nance also bowling very well. And then later on, Clint McKay came up with his slow bouncers. Andrew McDonald with his medium pace was not so impressive, but Hastings was quite impressive in the same mode as Clint McKay. Started bowling well, using the slower bouncer well and the slower delivery, and also they had the off cutter, leg cutter, everything in their armory. Well, so the first wicket to go today. So in the meanwhile, here the 18th over has been completed by Suresh Raina, and Victoria 143 for 6. 2 more overs to go for Chennai Super Kings here. In fact, Chennai Super Kings have to restrict them within 20 runs if they want to win this, and Victoria require another 20 runs with 4 wickets standing. So just continuing the story here as far as the Chennai Super Kings is concerned, Murli Vijay was the one who really played well. He played some wonderful strokes. The way he was hitting the ball, oh, that was superb. He hit the spinners for a 6. In fact, he hit Peter Siddle for a 6. He hit the spinner Bryce McGain for 6s, and well, it was really interesting to see. So Murli Vijay got his second consecutive half century in this match, and what an innings it was. 73 of just 53 deliveries and 5 fours and 4 sixes in that knock. And Michael Hussey made 25 of 28 balls with 2 fours. Suresh Raina was dismissed cheaply. He was clean bowled by Ken McKay for 10 of 10 balls with 1 4. Dhoni contributed 22 of 18 balls with 2 fours. Aniruddha made 2. Justin Kemp was not out on 12 of 7 balls with 1 6. Badrinath was out for 1 to Dirk Nance. Ashwin was not out on 4. In fact, Ashwin and Kemp hit 1 4 and 1 6 apiece in the last over to take the Chennai Super Kings score on to 162. As I said, the bowling was very good as far as in the meanwhile we are into the 19th over between Chennai Super Kings and Victoria, and well, Dougie Bollinger is the bowler. The first ball has got a run, and actually Clint McKay was on strike. He took a single, the strike went on to David Hussey, and the second ball which has been bowled to David Hussey, 1 run has resulted. So the Victorian score has moved by 2. So 2 balls and 2 runs coming up, but that's not enough. 18 runs more required. But well, they can definitely fling. It's a 2020 game. You never know how it is going to swing. So Victoria 145 for 6 currently. 18 runs of the last 10 balls remaining. So in the meanwhile, let's continuing the story here. As far as the bowling figures were concerned, Peter Siddle 3.5 overs, no maiden, none for 29. Dirk Nance 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 34. Clint McKay 4 overs, 2 for 33. Andy McCurl 2 overs for 20. Brice McGinn 2.1 overs, no maiden, 1 for 18. Hastings 4 overs, no maiden, 2 for 22. In the meanwhile, let's go and see what has happened there in the 19th over. We are still waiting because Bollinger is getting ready to bowl to Clint McKay as he took a single there. Well, now the other thing that I would like to tell you, so as I said, Chennai Super Kings innings revolved around that Murli Vijay innings, which was 73 of 53 balls, 5 fours and 4 sixes. And the way he played, oh, that was superb. The orthodox strokes coming in, he was very, very strong on the offside. And the bowling, as I said, it was Clint McKay and Andrew McDonald actually coming in and really getting things moving by taking some wickets there. As far as Victoria were concerned, Aaron Finch once again played a great hand. He started off the power play. They realized almost 50 runs. In fact, in the when Aaron Finch departed, he had already crashed 41 of 17 balls with 4 fours and 3 sixes, and all the 3 sixes was a hit of Ashwin, the carom ball bowler, and Ashwin had his last laugh when actually with the carom ball he dismissed Aaron Finch, who was trying to flick a ball which was pitched on off and middle, and he actually skied it, in fact just popped it up, and well, it was a very good catch which was taken by Ashwin himself of his own bowling. In the meanwhile, there is a wicket gone here in the 19th over as Bollinger has claimed the wicket of Hussey. Hussey is gone. He has been caught by Justin Kemp, and Hussey going has really put a very big question mark now, because Hussey was the one who was very well set, but well, he played a very good hand, 51 of 45 balls, 4 fours, 1 six, but it was very essential that David Hussey could have stayed. But Bollinger has actually snapped his wicket, and Bollinger has 2 for 35, 3.4 overs right now, and Victoria require another 17 runs of the next 8 balls. They have 3 wickets standing, but I think it's going to be very tough. So we are going to have a tight game here. 17 runs still required. In the meanwhile, I'll just continue where I left off here, dear cricket fans. So it was a very good partnership between Aaron Finch. Aaron Finch also hit Dougie Bollinger for some boundaries, but Ashwin was really taken to the cleaners by Aaron Finch. But Aaron Finch was gone. Cotton bowl, Ashwin 41 of 17 balls with 4 fours and 3 sixes. Actually, Aaron Finch was the one who really started off the chase there. And Brad Hodge was clean bowled by Bollinger as soon as Finch left. There was another wicket to fall when Brad Hodge was clean bowled by Bollinger for 6 of 8 balls with 1 4. And then there was a little partnership. It was a good partnership, in fact. They took on the score past the 100 mark. They took on the score to 104. It was Wade, the wicketkeeper, and David Hussey, who just departed. But Wade was the one. Wade also played in a very sensible manner. But well, Muralidharan came in, and Muralidharan actually came in when the score was 104 for 2. He actually picked up 2 wickets at the same score of back-to-back balls. First, he had Wade caught behind by Dhoni for 31 of 23 balls, 4 fours and 1 6. And then Andrew McDonald, of the very first ball he faced, he has no answer to a ball which actually kept coming in, and he was wrapped on the pad, and up went the umpire's finger. Andrew McDonald was walking LBW ball Muralidharan for a duck, and suddenly the Victorian innings had succumbed to 104 for 4 when Andrew McDonald was out. Rob Quinney couldn't contribute much. He just contributed 10, and that was the time Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the astute captain, who actually rung in a few changes. He brought Suresh Raina into the attack, knowing well that he can keep his frontline bowlers in, and he knows there was a lot of pressure there on the Victorians at that stage. He brought in, and that was another very good decision, as first it was Suresh Raina who bowled tightly, and then he saw the back of Hastings there. But before that, he also had one more wicket, and that was Quinney. Rob Quinney was clean bowled by Raina for 10, and Hastings was stumped of the bowling of Raina, as I told you in the commentary. Well, in the meanwhile, let's get into the 19th over here. The 19th over has just ended, but Siddle has banged that ball. He actually hit a lofted shot. He lofted it over extra cover for 4. Oh, that is a superb shot from Siddle, actually showing a lot of improvisation and a lot of real power there. So 19 overs have been completed, and Victoria currently stand at 151 for 7. The last over is going to be bowled. It is going to be interesting to see who is going to bowl the last over. Whether it's going to be Suresh Raina or who is going to bowl it. It's going to be very interesting. 12 more runs required. Clint McKay is not out on 4 of 4 balls. Peter Siddle has just crashed a 4 of the very first ball that he faced from Dougie Bollinger, which was the last of Bollinger of the 19th over. 151 for 7 right now the score, and we are still waiting as to who is going to bowl the last over. So 12 more runs required for Victoria to win this match, and Chennai Super Kings require 3 wickets to win this match. So let's see how things go. We are still waiting here for things to happen. I hope before I actually complete this report, I definitely get this thing going, hopefully. Well, in the meanwhile, I'll just talk about the bowling first. So right now, Clint McKay not out 4, Peter still not out 4, and as I said, Victorian innings concentrated with the Aaron Finch setting up the tempo there absolutely in the initial time. Aaron Finch has been looking very impressive right through this particular Champions League 2020, and Hussey also contributed a very good 51 of 45 balls, 4 fours and 1 6, becoming a victim of Bollinger, as I very rightly told you during my commentary. Well, so 157 for 7. Dougie Bollinger has 4 overs, no maiden, none for 40. In the meanwhile, let's go to the last over and let me recap everything for you. Let me just take you live, and hopefully let's see how. Oh my goodness! Suresh Raina to McKay, or the first ball of the 20th over has been blasted for a 6 by Clint McKay. Clint McKay has swung this ball over mightily for a 6, and suddenly 6 runs coming with the first ball. The Victorian score moves up by 6 runs, 157. In comes Raina now with his second delivery. Comes in, bowls to McKay. McKay's gone! He's caught on ball by Suresh Raina for 10. And that's gone. So Suresh Raina has picked up his wicket. Oh, this is really getting interesting now. The 20th over going on. The second delivery has fetched the wicket. Raina has got McKay. McKay is gone. Caught on ball Raina for 10 of 6 balls. And now the score reads at Victoria 157 for 8. 4 more balls remaining in this particular match. And 6 runs required. And just 2 wickets standing. Still getting as interesting as possible, I would say here. Oh, what a game we are having here at Port Elizabeth between Chennai Super Kings and Victoria. Chennai Super Kings making 162 for 6, batting first of the 20 overs. Victoria right now 157 for 8. And they are just waiting. And Clint, well, McKay hit the first ball of the 20th over for a 6, bang into the stands. And now we see here that Raina has actually scalped McKay's wicket of the second delivery. Caught him bowled, is Raina for 6. Well, there is another wicket gone. Victoria have lost their 9th wicket as Suresh Raina is looking to be a hero. 4 for 21 his figures. Dirk Nance is gone. He is caught by Vijay of the bowling of Raina. My goodness, so 2 back-to-back wickets, and now this match is really opened up. Now Chennai Super Kings is definitely on the front here because Peter Siddle is there, 4 not out. Victoria require another 6 runs and 3 balls remaining, and Chennai require 1 wicket. What bowling from Suresh Raina, 2 wickets first. So he had figures of 3.3 overs, no maiden. 4 for 21 Suresh Raina's figures currently. We are still waiting as to what is going to happen. Suresh Raina has taken 2 wickets now. Clint McKay for 10, and it was the very first ball that Suresh Raina bowled to Dirk Nance. Dirk Nance went for a shot. He had no other choice there, and well, Vijay has spotted the catch, and well, right now Victoria 157 for 9. We are waiting for the 4th delivery now, and let's see who is going to walk in right now. So what a match we are having here at the Port Elizabeth Cricket Ground here in South Africa between the Champions League 2020, the 13th match of the Group A, Chennai Super Kings versus Victoria. Well, we are still waiting, and I hope my commentary keeps going and I can actually share the victory with you. In the meanwhile, the 4th delivery from Raina to Siddle, and Siddle has actually smashed that for a boundary. Oh, what a match now. 161 now for 9 for Victoria. Siddle has smashed the boundary of the Suresh Raina's 4th delivery, and now Victoria required 2 runs with 1 wicket and 2 balls remaining. What a splendid evening we are having here at the Port Elizabeth Cricket Ground here in South Africa. Victoria 161 for 9, requiring another 2 runs of the last 2 balls. That's going to be interesting. Siddle has really breathed. He has pumped some life into the not life. I'd say he has just pumped it up for the Victorians. Just waiting here, as just continuing the bowling figures as far as Chennai Super Kings are concerned. Chennai Super Kings, Ducky Bollinger, 4 overs, 2 for 40, his figures. Ashwin, 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 34, both have completed the quota. Balaji was very costly to 2 overs for 26. Muralidharan bowled very, very well. In fact, he and Suresh Raina have been the key here as far as this particular match is concerned. because Muralidharan 4 overs no made in 2 for 17. Shreyas Raina 3.4 overs no made in 4 for 25 currently. Can he get the fifth one and get 5 wickets?